Hi, my name is Mike Daly, and we're in Gallup, New Mexico. We operate here a small water system that serves 53 customers. Several years back, we were sent to class and told to learn about asset management. And I sure didn't know what the heck asset management was, this brand new term. And I'm not sure why we're studying this. We got our own system and you can mind your own damn business. Well, we got to class and come to find out that what they're really telling us is that when something wears out, do you have money to fix it? And how long is it going to take before it wears out? And if you start saving now, will you have enough money by the time it fails to fix it? And for our system, that was sounded like a good operation. We've made a formal asset management plan, which really consisted of the 13 motors in our systems. And so we just made a list of the pumps and how long it was going to be, we estimated, until they were going to be gone, how much they cost, and how much money we had in the meantime. And that gave us a list of our asset management items that were critical and how we were going to have to pay for them. And after we did that, we, with the help of others, determined that we should raise our rate $6 a month to pay for it. And that's what we did. So we raised the water rates $6 a month, and we're covering our assets. When we raised our water rates, we had one person comment about it. What we did, though, is we provided notice. The one thing we do here, as much as we can, is to let people know what's happening. We give them advance notice so they know it's coming, so when it comes, it's not too exciting. And we really didn't have a big problem. It turns out, actually, that our water rates are just about average for the entire state of New Mexico. The New Mexico Environment Department has a database where they keep track of how much systems in the state charge for 6,000 gallons of water. And we're just about at the median. And our water rates before were a little bit too low. Nobody knows how much to charge. You don't want to charge, you just keep running it. And we weren't fiscally balanced. We weren't fiscally responsible. So we didn't catch a lot of trouble, and we're in much better shape to handle the problems that we have now that we've got the ability to repair things. Tomorrow we've got a crew coming to work on our wells. Well, we've got the money to pay for it, and it's a scheduled maintenance. It's not a crisis. Questions have been asked whether or not small systems are capable of doing asset management plans. I think that's kind of like asking whether a fellow that's mechanically inclined can take care of his own tractor. Our biggest difficulty with the asset management plan was to understand the terminology and what was asked. Really what it's saying is, what are the system components? How reliable are they? What's their longevity? And how much is it going to cost to replace them? And we had no problem preparing that list once we determined what was needed. And actually, when we got done doing that, we went to an expert in the state and said, that's what we prepared. Is that going to be good enough? And she told us that for our size of system, that was great. And so we did that. We had a little help, outside help, to figure out how much we have to save to get the budget to cover the costs. That isn't anything that I have particular expertise in. Maybe if I'd just gone to my accountant and asked him, it'd work, but there were other people available. But in terms of building an asset management plan, it's best done by the person that's working around it, that's familiar, and it seems like a very small team can put one together and make it a pretty reasonable plan. In our case, our small system, we have, I believe it's 13 motors, I've forgotten. We've got 3 well pumps. We've got this pump. We've got 2 pumps over there. And we've got some at the sewer plant. And we've got a pump that pumps the hydropneumatic tank. And those are the things that fail. And so that's what we have to watch. How long do they last? Well, we found out the pumps over there that feed the RO, they're good for 6 months to a year. And actually, we found a new brand now that lasts 2 years or more. Okay? These last over 5 years, and you can rebuild them. The well pumps can last 20 years. Okay, so we just needed a list and our best estimate, and there's always a contingency factor. If we didn't have an asset management plan, I'd have an emergency. I just have less of them with it. And so we're learning. It's a running game.